We're connected to YouTube. Alright. Here we go. Alright. 3, 2... Wait, actually, hold up. Before I start recording... I can just make a mod of this. I can just make a mod of this, fuck it. Alright. 3, 2, 1. What is up, guys? I am WeedEater69, and welcome to Clair Obscure Expedition 33. Tonight we are doing Act 1. Please ignore that. Fuck. I should probably hold up. Alright. Hold up. I'm actually gonna take off my camera so that way we can see a clear start point on the VOD stuff. Where's my cam? There's my cam. Alright. Where's Act 1? There we go. Alright. 3, 2, 1. What is up, guys? I am WeedEater69, and welcome to Clair Obscure Expedition 33. We are tonight doing Act 1 Restricted Console. Actually, we're doing Glitchless Console. Basically, the same thing, unfortunately, on console. Because on console, as you see, we are playing on the latest patch of the game. So we are, unfortunately, stuck to playing this with all of the new patches and everything being patched out. It has some benefits, but it also has some drawbacks. We will be starting with, we'll just use this save file. And we are going to be playing on story. There is a separate category for expert. This is just the normal Act 1 Glitchless. So we're going to start timer here in a second, but this timer starts when we are faded out of this screen. So I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, but I'm going to wait a little bit to hit the timer, and then we'll start the run. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. And we're going. So yes, the timer starts there. We are using RTA time. The community came to a pretty early on agreement for console that it was going to be RTA.
All right, let's go.
Kind of before I got really involved in the community in that sense, but
Yeah. Been ready.
you know, it is what it is. There is a decent IGT system that I think works pretty well. Only thing is it doesn't add on enough time for penalizing boss fights and stuff like that. But yes, we're gonna be playing this game basically how you at home can, as fast as possible. There's gonna be no real crazy tricks. Everything is pretty reasonable. There's just in this game a lot of RNG. And speaking of RNG, we got our first bit of RNG right here with the Mael intro fight. So we can crit her here with our attacks, and if we do, we will not have to shoot her before the second phase, but I think unfortunately, yeah, so we have to shoot her twice. We got 3 7s, that's fine. And then we're gonna attack her again. I accidentally went in that menu. That's okay. That was decent.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, the plaza is lively.
So yes, RNG is a big factor in this run. Specifically this category, the RNG factor actually kind of dies in Act 2, as you'll see tomorrow. Or really, I guess, when you're watching this. But basically, Act 1 just has a ton of RNG, and there's nothing really we can really do about it other than kind of try to hope for the best and stick to our strats that we have When I first started this run, at least for full game, I did not have any sort of guide, really. I had to kind of piece together from PC guides and from other things and other resources. For Act 1, I actually had a buddy of mine, Dynasty, who got second place in this eventually. He ran this along with me when it was a little bit after me, I guess. So he's helped a lot with this run, at least for me. Shoutouts to Dynasty.
Oh, Luna's playing. You two would make a cute couple. Sometimes.
All right, so we are getting up here to the Gamage. Basically, in this game, we are not to spoil much, but we are in a painting, and we are about to have these people that are in this painting are about to die on this day of the Gamage, and that clock right or that monolith over there that says 34 is about to turn to 33. Basically, everybody that is that age that's turning 33 is about to die in that scene. And as you just heard the slight piano there, that was the sound of it.
Let's at least check on my ass.
So Gustav is very, very sad, very depressed. You know, he's not very happy right now. So of course, you know, what is he gonna do? He's gonna talk to his apprentices, and he's gonna go on this expedition, and he's gonna go and avenge Sophie. I wouldn't mean to jump there. If I mash too much, sometimes I do that. Oops. So we're gonna go on this expedition to go and hunt down the paintress.
The rest of us, you don't need to.
1 year.
I know.
If anyone.
So
No, I don't.
Emma.
Lumiere. Besides,
However, this Act 1 bit is really focused around Gustav,
this time.
as we'll see later.
Our beloved.
Don't get.
My darling sister has arrived.
All right.
She'll kill me if I don't say goodbye.
A quick little movement tech. Sometimes if you're going up
Chief, what?
uphill, you can jump, and it will be a little bit faster than running. You have to get the angle right and everything. It's actually pretty hard to do, but
I do, anyway.
that's not too bad, and we'll just take it. All right. So, coming up, we have Indigo Forest, and Indigo Forest is the same on Act 1 runs and full game. It's exactly the same. There's some differences between Act 1 and full game that I will get into when they happen, but the runs vary significantly. So if you go in and are like, oh, I want to learn full game runs, I'm just going to do the Act 1 portion and try to do full game runs. It doesn't work that way, because there's some things at the end of Act 1 that you have to do to ensure that you're good for the rest of the game. Oh, come on. I meant to shoot him. And then he's going to attack quick. Oh, he attacks quickly. Okay, that's good. I thought he was going to attack slowly. That bit is also RNG. Basically, you can, usually, if you attack him quickly, he will attack slowly. And if you attack him slowly, he will attack quickly. This is what I've noticed. This game plays tricks on you sometimes. So, you know, I can't speak for everyone, you know. I'm just a guy, you know. That's just what happens. You know, sometimes you just make observations, and you can't help but point them out. And, you know, maybe it's not true, but, you know, I just can't help but notice that every time I attack him slowly. Another thing we're gonna do is we're gonna jump through all these dead people right here. Unfortunately, this expedition thing is basically a death trap, as you can see. The painters is really, really hard to beat. It took me like 40 minutes my first playthrough, so I can only imagine how long 40 minutes is in this game. It's probably like 40 years or something like that. I'm going to shoot him twice and attack, and then I'm going to use Ice Lance. We have Lune now, who is basically our mage. Oh, come on. She's basically our black mage that we have in the game. Think of it like, you know, the black mages in Final Fantasy games. Basically that kind of idea. It has elemental attacks. Basically that you can stack elements together and use certain abilities to combine those elements together. And she's actually not used much in the run other than in Act 1 for a little bit. But I do like controlling as her because she's pretty easy to control.
Interesting.
But as you see, like, the speed does not matter. You have the same speed regardless of who you're controlling. Oh, come on.
Not too far from here.
You can get stuck there. It's really annoying.
They'll regroup there.
Yeah.
All right.
Here we are.
Coming up on some movement tech here. We'll see if we get it. Sometimes jumping these ledges, you can actually jump over it. And we barely missed it. Oh, well. Something you can get sometimes. It's okay. Alright. We're gonna parry these two first attacks. We got good RNG, so we're just gonna shoot from here. Perfect. So that was the best RNG you can get for that fight. Sometimes they will attack Lune, and then you have to skip Gustav, and then shoot them as Lune. And that will waste about, you know, about 3 or 4 seconds.
Someone came here before and set up
Depending
these
on how
handles.
fast you can hold down R.
Expedition 69. The climbers expedition.
As Weed Eater 69, we thank Expedition 69. That is an inside joke with stream, but I will share it with all of you. We always thank the 69. It gives you good luck, and quite honestly, they don't get thanked enough. Okay? We must thank the 69. Alright, let's go.
Flares!
Survivors.
Hurry!
Alright, let's go. So we're gonna jump down. Yada, yada, yada. We got some blue stuff right here. Yeah, you may notice all this stuff's blue. It's all very sad. And they're all super sad. We're gonna get all these Pictos, though. And it's gonna make them not sad. Not really. We're gonna upgrade our stuffs. And then we're also gonna get a marking shot for Gustav right here. And we are set to go. We're going to go ahead and go to our first boss fight, Avec. Now, Avec is massively, massively a pain. I hate Avec with all my being. We got some good openers, because it's very RNG heavy, basically. Got a decent opener. At least we got an extra... Okay. Alright. Vec's attacking me. So what we're doing is we're doing Marking Shot and Immolation combined really fast. And then we're going to change it here in a bit. After he summons minions, we're going to be changing our tune. Because we're not going to want to be doing Marking Shots. The key to Avec is you want to damage him just enough to where you can end him in a single turn. When we do finally end him. So we're going to be dodging him now that he summoned his minions. So we're going to dodge. That's why we have Dodger, that one Pictos. Because it gives us a AP when we dodge. We're going to attack as well, so now we have 3. We're going to dodge that. We're going to dodge that. We got 4. We're gonna have 5. Oh, maybe 6. Or maybe 8. Who knows? Alright, so now 5, 4. Overcharge.
For those who come off.
Oh, we missed it. We just missed it. This is no bueno. This is no bueno. Gonna grab these just so at this point we do need to get all the AP we can, and we have to kill them. So in this case, unfortunately, I normally would reset, but oh no. Oops. Yeah, normally I would be resetting here, but we're gonna power through it. All right. You're dead. Oh, seriously? One more counter attack. It should be good. So that was a really bad evac. That's a bad example of an evac. Once again, kind of RNG, because, you know, the attacks obviously are different every time. So you have different amounts of AP depending on what attacks he does. It's a wonderful time. All right. Luckily, no more RNG until the end. I promise. Okay? When I say that, I mean it. No more RNG until the very, like, close to the very end.
To the weird corals.
So,
And a door in a hut.
luckily, there's going to be no more shenanigans until later. This
been a
next
long day.
bit is very
Should we
scripted.
camp?
I'm fine.
Most all the time, you can get
We won't
good to go
find
blue
Royale if we're dead.
and ultimate sacapat. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. But we're going to go to camp real quick before we go into Flying Waters. We're going to make it look like we're going into Flying Waters, but we're actually going to camp. That way, when we get out of camp, we will be right next to Flying Waters. We can basically just mash. There you go. Oh, Gustav, come on. Are you going to run? Pick up the pace, my guy. But yeah, so I really started grinding this category towards the later end of the year. While we're going over to this next boss fight, I guess I'll talk about this. When I beat the game, or when I beat Act 1, right? I started speedrunning Act 1 when I first played the game, right? And it was okay. It was, like, decent, but it wasn't,
Between us and my
like, speedrun.com worthy. It was just kind of for fun.
Be careful.
After I started running full game, I was like, you know what? I do want to go back to Act 1 and get a solid time for the speedrun leaderboards. And so I ended up getting top 5 for Act 1. It's been a fun time. Been a great time.
Slow down. We don't know what's inside
We're going to
yet.
jump over here. Yep. So yeah, grinded a ton out of this category and got 5th place. And now, if anybody wants to get my time, they got to get below a 45, which is pretty good. I'm pretty proud of it. Wasn't my like highest achievement this year, but this was still a highlight in that sense. Did a lot
Did you
of
find me?
good with this
There
game,
was a message at the indigo tree.
at least for the PS5
Do you know who left it?
squad.
A message.
All right, so we're gonna fight the curator now.
All right.
I'm not gonna spoil who the curator is. He's just a mysterious figure. We're gonna jump and immediately attack because it's faster. They land faster, and then they also will just immediately start. I'm gonna do markings and then an offensive switch. I'm going to skip Luna,
Danger.
jump attack again, they land faster, and then we can mark, and then Pierce, which is Mael's ability. And that's the Curator.
That was.
So, what just happened there? Mael basically works. She has 3 stances, right? As you notice, she had offensive on the right-hand side of the screen. She has 3 stances. One is offensive, where you will take more damage if you get hit, but you will also deal more damage. You have defensive, which you will deal less damage, but you will not be
Yes.
injured as
So
much
you didn't just stay in your mansion.
when you take
Guess we found
damage.
68's boat.
There's a path.
And then you have Virtuos, which basically you get a 200% increase to your attack power. So Virtuos is always the way to go. We want to always get in Virtuos stance as fast as possible, if not instantly. Oh, we got it that time. Nice. That was perfect. We're going to upgrade everybody to 15. And then Gustav's going to learn Powerful. And then Mael is going to learn Swift Stride. Swift Stride puts us into Virtuos stance immediately without having to do anything. And it's an attack, so it's kind of a win-win. We got Staggering Attack as well now, so we are going to eventually... Oh, come on. Eventually, when we get close to the boss, we're going to be doing a menu here, but during this part where it's a lot of closed off area, right here is a good time to do it. So, what I'm going to do is Mael is getting crit burn, and then she's also getting dead energy 2, and then staggering attack, and then Linarium, and that is it. That is the only menu we're doing. Other than the one we just did
This one is
before.
gigantic.
So,
Avoid those at all
no more menus for the rest of this this area. Promise. All right. So that guy right over there that we just saw was Gold Blue. He's a little guy. He really doesn't want to hurt us other than the fact that we pick his flower. He doesn't like that. He's really protective over the flowers. I would be too, honestly. They're pretty. But unfortunately, he's angry. So we're going to do something about it. Alright, so from now on, pretty much, we're going to be opening with this. It's going to be Immolation, Powerful, and Swift Stride. For every single fight, pretty much. That's how we pretty much open every fight. For these jumps, it's pretty easy to tell, because that little sound kind of cues you when to hit there. Got Ice Lance here. Marking shot, and then Pierce. And that did a decent amount of damage. Now, was it a good amount of damage? It wasn't great, but we can maybe make it up here with what are we doing? Immolation? Yeah. 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 We're doing some Immolation, then Overcharge, and then we're gonna do Swift Stride again. So Overcharge.
For those who come up.
And it broke him, which is exactly what we wanted. We're switching to Virtuos. Skip, marking, and Pierce. And that was it. Let's go, Blue. Oh, and we saved time. Look at that. Wonderful. All right, getting out of here. We are about to go to camp. We'll be kind of teleported straight to camp. We're gonna go upgrade our weapons real quick. It's the only time in this run that we upgrade weapons. That's a major difference between this and full game. Full game, and you actually spend a decent amount of time upgrading your weapons. This is the only time we upgrade our weapons in this run.
Well, at least we can upgrade our pictos.
And we just upgraded both Mael and Lune's weapon to level 3. Something you can do there is if you mash right there, you can accidentally hit check on the others, and it's really annoying.
Did Noko tell you anything more about the village, other than red
Because
trees
you can
Noko's not great with
accidentally
specifics.
have to skip a extra
We'll just have to
cutscene.
think like Gestrels then.
Lose some time. I've done it, unfortunately. All right. We've got the Ancient Sanctuary next. We've got a couple of boss fights straight, like, back to back. Well, this is more of a mini boss, I guess you'd say, because it doesn't have a boss health bar, but we're gonna upgrade everybody to 21. And great. Sometimes you can get that fall off there without Gustav rolling, and it's faster, but as you saw there, that did not happen. All right. So, now it is time for the Sakapat. Or the Sakapate, or whatever. I call it Sakapat. Sakapatat. Yeah. So once again, we are starting with Immolation. Wait, we have to, before we do that.
Feel the burn.
Powerful.
Let me help.
Yeah, to shoot the shield first. Swift Stride. Alright. Skip. Weakening.
Take him down.
And that's it.
Dodge yourself.
Pretty easy fight. And we dodged that last attack because you don't really have to parry it. There's no point. Alright. So, we've got one more menu to do for this next fight. I like to do it here, coming up in a minute. Like, pretty much right before, because this part right here can get confusing. If you're trying to do a menu during running through all this.
These things are fascinating.
You can easily get distracted, and you can be like, oh, where was I going? Yeah, it's happened.
Ugh.
Don't ask me why. It's happened, okay? I'm not trying to scare people into running this game. I'm just saying, like, scare people out of running this game, I guess. But, you know, I'm just saying. Alright, so one thing we're going to do is we're going to give Gustav Dead Energy 2 back. He needs that back. But then the Luminas, we're going to give Mild Dead Energy 2, and then we're going to give Lune Dead Energy 2. And then we're also going to give Gustav his new weapon, which is why we didn't have to upgrade his weapon when we went to the Curator earlier. So, clever. Very clever. Alright, Ultimate Sakapatat has the best music. It's time for a dance break, guys. Alright.
Chrome is flowing.
Immolation. Once again, we are doing this. Powerful.
Let me help.
Swift Stride.
Great.
Yep. So, now we're gonna do something interesting. So we're going to do Immolation,
Feel the burn.
Overcharge, and we're not going to do Pierce. We're going to do Overcharge. That's all we wanted to do because we're going to shoot his arm right here. 1, 2, 3. He's done with that. And we're going to do Offensive Switch now. That's the second best stance we can do at this point. We can't go back to Virtuos, so we're going to go to Offensive. We're going to parry these. And then we have... Yeah. Now, Immolation. Marking. And you know the drill, Pierce. And that is Ultimate Second Attack. Lost a little time over that, but that's okay. So we just got Breaker, which is a 25% increased break damage. Meaning, like, when you break the stance of an enemy, you, it takes what's called break damage. So, basically, we're going to be using that towards the end of the game for one particular boss fight coming up later. Actually, 2, technically. But, real quick, we're going to go to this flag. We're only going to upgrade stuff for Mael, because we're only using Mael here. We're going to get her leveled up, and then we're going to also... Oh, nope. 1, 2. Give her Rain of Fire. And then we are also, real quick, going to give her Dead Energy back. Right? Isn't that crazy? She just had it.
It's really a
But yeah,
village of gestures.
we really just used Dead Energy 2 for that one fight for Gustav.
I guess intelligence is not a prerequisite.
Alright, so we're gonna scroll through this. We have to hit the first
Others have
response first, and then the second response second.
Why?
It's a lot of button mashing, so I'm gonna kind of concentrate a little bit.
the strength.
So I don't want to... Alright, take us to the arena. Alright, there we go.
Lead
So-
the way.
Now we're going to enter in the tournament, and we're going to fight some gestural champions, quote-unquote. Alright, here we go. Alright, here we go. Viola. Here we go. We're going to do Rain of Fire now. Now, Rain of Fire is crazy. Absolutely insane. One of the most insane OP abilities in the whole game, in my opinion. Even at high levels, it's a great ability. Alright. So now, Rain of Fire. Yeah, done. As you see, we are actually kind of creaming these gestural champions. They're all old. that's the twist. They are not current champions. They are like washed up as washed up could possibly be. Like right after this, Gustav makes a comment about how this was really easy. They're like fighting them was really easy. So it's pretty funny. Alright. Now, here we find CL. And we are going to fight CL now. CL was part of the expedition, but she got separated from the group after basically Renoir separated everybody. We're going to be doing the exact same thing to CL that we did to all the others, and now that you get Raj, so that's done. That's done. Oh. Alright. We're gonna skip some cutscenes. We're gonna go talk to Golgra over here, and she's gonna tell us the password into Eskia's nest so we can move forward. And as you can see, the password is get out of my way.
Thanks.
But you have to... Oh, we are not going to duel. You have to scream it at the just guard over there at SK's Nest. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Alright. Got another camp. But we're just going to go straight through. Nothing to do at the camp today. We're just going to go straight for it.
Feeling better?
Yeah.
We can debrief along the way. Let's head east to
So yeah,
SK's
we're going to
Nest.
head over to SK's Nest. I wonder where it could be. It almost could be that place with the giant face on it. Yeah, and that's, I mean, it's directly east. So, yeah, we're going to go to SK's Nest over here. And we are going to get SK to join us because basically he can help us take down the Paintress and help us cross the water. Don't mind that. I'm going to go to the flag here. I'm going to upgrade everybody's levels real quick. Gustav, Mael, and CL. Then we're going to learn some skills. CL is going to be learning everything to Fortune's Fury. And then party is going to be Gustav. Yep. And then Mael is getting Medallium. And then that should be... Oh, and then I almost forgot. Gustav needs to get Breaker. And then he also gets Staggering Attack. That's everything. So yeah, Lune basically left the party. And now we have CL. CL is like, I guess you would call like a warrior character. And you have like a swordsman, which would be Gustav. But you also got, I guess, some like sort of warrior as well. More agile.
SK is sent to feed on
But
light.
she also uses like
Are you okay,
cards. CL's probably like the hardest one that I can explain, but her
Deja vu again.
basically her damage is tied to using certain attacks in a succession with each other. So we try to take advantage of this in the run with CL and really just make her as OP as possible. But first, we're gonna jump up these stairs so we can get to SK. SK said before he'd help us, we have to go find his rock, and it's over at his neighbor, Francois. And we gotta go find Francois and get the rock back. Now, I don't think it's gonna go very well.
More questions
I don't know
have.
about y'all.
You okay, Sia?
Yeah.
Alright.
SK is...
Now, for Francois,
Surprising.
this bit's pretty easy. We're just going to do a marking shot. We're going to shoot all of his shields, and then we're going to skip CL, and then we're going to do piercing. Check this out. We're going to dodge this attack, too.
Take him down.
Ready.
Skip. That's that. Alright. Oh. Come on. I mean, come on. Alright. So, we gotta go back to SK, talk to him.
Francois and SK are very
But
different from
instead of
just
leaving,
Francois.
you know, the casual way like most gamers would, we're gonna go
If
back
not,
to that flag
who
that we
else?
just passed, and we're going to warp out of here. It's faster than going through the I guess the caverns or the nest again. I think it's more like a cave in my opinion. But yeah. We're gonna talk to SK. He's gonna be like, "Oh, I'm gonna join y'all." So yeah, we got SKA now. He's coming with us, even though he's staying right there right now. You'll see. But yep, let's go down here. We're going to teleport out, like I said earlier. This is kind of like the most chill part of the run is after SKA before Lampmaster here. We got a lot of just kind of chill time. I want to thank you all for whoever watched. Whoops. This stream so far, and everyone who watched the VOD. You know, we do a bunch of other runs here, but this one was one of my favorites this year, so I figured we would start with this. We're going to turn to SKA real quick, and we're going to be going all the way to Stonewave Cliffs. Typically, in full game runs, you would actually pass here, and you would go get a Luminous, but we're going to go to camp first. And another difference is we do not upgrade our weapons. We're just going to go straight to camp, leave, be done. All right, we should be good to go. Yep. Now, Stonewave Cliffs. We are basically just going to run to the end. There's a couple things we have to do. We have to pick up one Pictos on the way. It's First Strike, which is a very important Pictos. It allows us to play first before the enemy. So, you know, battles where the enemy starts and they attack first won't be happening. It's really important for Lampmaster. But it's also just an important Pictos to have in general, I think. If you're playing this casually, it's a great Pictos to have in your collection, because it makes the game a lot harder when the enemy is always got the upper hand. Oh, yeah, that's right. Typically, we would pick up that Chroma right there, but we're not doing that. Also, typically, you go up there and you get the Saccharum. Or not the Saccharum, you get the Darum. And that weapon you would use for the rest of the game. But since, you know, we're only fighting Lampmaster, it's not worth it to go and do it. It takes about 20 seconds to do if you're slow, and then, oh, 10 to do if you're fast. It's not worth the time save that you could get from all of that. Also, that is terrible RNG. He was just there waiting for me, huh? That's crazy. Alright. We got one more menu to do. I know. Mael's gonna get First Strike. And then CL's gonna get Augmented First Strike. And then she's gonna get pretty much every Lumina. And that's that. Everybody's ready to go.
Shrine to the Paintress.
And we're just gonna be running around. Running to the final boss. This is kind of the climax of Act 1 too. This is the very end of the run here.
When you're at the mercy of the power you don't
Like I said, I
understand,
really appreciate
you might
everybody
try anything.
tuning in, sticking around. We'll be doing we'll be doing the full game tomorrow. So if you like Clair Obscure, tune in tomorrow too. But I also want to thank GDQ for, you know, having such an awesome event every year, and I'm glad that
Like old times, eh?
you know, after all these years, it's still happening, you know. I remember when, can we just get like a little bit, let's get a little nostalgic for a minute. The reason I started speedrunning was because of a GDQ that I saw. So it's kind of, it'd be neat, you know, full circle to get into it like that, you know. Especially on one of these games that I worked really hard on. Right there, we just did something kind of fast. We mashed X and we held the direction at which we want to jump so we could jump faster. A little bit of movement tech for the end of the end of the run. Another thing too is we're gonna have these two enemies that are gonna be following us right here, and we're gonna jump to get away from them. We're gonna go right in between these enemies right here. And unfortunately, they're not gonna like it very much. There we go. That was decent enough. Alright. So now we are on our way to Lampmaster. We've got literally, this is the last little bit right here. Then we fight Lampmaster, and then that is that for this run. The timer is going to end on the final hit of Lampmaster, so we'll be stopping the timer when, or actually it ends on the blackout to Lampmaster. Sorry, correction. Alright, here we go. So for Lampmaster, we have a different opener here because of the first strike. We're going to start with Rain of Fire. There we go. We're going to do Searing Bond here in a minute. Yep. Now, Gustav's going to use Powerful. My L is going to use, what was it? Swift Strike, yeah. And get into Virtuous Stance again. Because basically we want this Virtuous Stance to last until the next phase. So hopefully we should parry him enough to... Oh, fuck. Alright. That's that. Now, doesn't really matter that we got hit. If this was a full game run, I would care more that we got hit, because we wouldn't be able to level up, but this is fine. Alright. Fortune's, focus Foretell. And we're gonna do Marking. And then we're gonna do Pierce. And looks like we had bad RNG on Lampmaster as well.
Here's your card.
Ring of Fire, I guess. Oh man, I totally messed this up. I'm just gonna dodge. I don't need any of you guys yet. Alright. Just gonna dodge this just to be sure. Yeah, I totally messed up this end bit. That's okay. So now we're gonna overcharge and we'll end it. 3, 2. And that is time. 46:38. Not too bad. Had I had just done the overcharge, I would have been fine.
Really dead.
Looks like it.
It would have been a PB. But that's okay. I do appreciate y'all for tuning in. This has been Clair Obscure Act 1. this is the GDQ submission. Thank you all for watching. I hope I covered everything. If you want to check out more, you can check out other runners. Dynasty. There's Miko with a C that runs this. Plenty of great runners, console and PC, out there that you can go check out. You can also join the Discord, all that good stuff. Yeah. Thank you guys so much. Take care.
She doesn't